Hundreds of animals are in new homes following the return of a big adoption event.
It's about finding these pets living homes, and it's so wonderful to find adopters that are willing to do that.
See the impact of the Clear the Shelters campaign and learn how it is spread across the country.
I'm just happy, they have events like this.
It's important to get the school supplies for the kids. It helps out a whole lot.
Long lines of people turn out to get school supplies for children. Find out about the generous effort that made this possible.
All it does is continue the great quality that was already there.
Improvements are complete at Baylor Scott and White Medical Center Irving. See some of what has changed. Plus, the mayor announces a new program. Students brush up on b-ball, the improvements at a rec center, and the new shopping experience planned at DFW Airport. This is City Source. Zero adoption fee equals a big number of animals going home. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. The animal adoption event, renamed Clear the Shelters, drew crowds to the animal care campus and many more shelters across the country. We were there to see the success. People and pooches lined up outside Irving's animal care campus.
I'm adopting a dog.
Just one she gets along with.
It's all for Clear the Shelters Day. Waived adoption fees and a big publicity push led to long lines. 2 hours already.
Yes. But I think the dog I want is going to be worth it.
And everyone here seems eager to adopt.
If we can save one, that's a good mission to go for.
Adopt, don't shop.
Because this is fun. I was waiting for it all year.
As the doors open, people move in to check out what is available. Some of the cats seem especially eager to leave.
He's like, what is this?
And the dogs appear ready to come out and play. It does not take long before some are finding homes.
This is so cute. It reminds me of my brother's dog.
My little girl says she wants a young puppy. We're going to check Josie out.
When 3-year-old Lily Platt meets Josie, it looks like an instant match. They spend a few minutes getting to know each other better and checking out some of the attractions.
Josie likes Chester.
It is not long before Lily asks a big question.
Josie, do you want to go home with me?
Say yes.
I think we're going to take Josie.
While volunteers finalize the paperwork,
We gotta go to the pet store and buy a collar for her.
Amber and Lily see Josie in the confinement she will be leaving behind.
It's emotional.
Now, that is all in the past for Josie. She spent only one day at the DFW Humane Society. Then there is Leona. She has been here much longer than any other dog.
Leona, our longest standing resident.
She's such a sweet dog and she loves everybody.
Leona is a favorite of the volunteers and was one of only a few big dogs not adopted during last year's Empty the Shelter event. But could this finally be her day?
They said, come say your goodbyes because she's leaving, and everybody's over there crying. It's bittersweet because we're so happy for her that she's going.
On her way over, volunteer Kayla Griggs finds out that the adoption fell through.
It's heartbreaking. We thought this was going to be her chance.
The volunteers continue their pitch, but it's tough.
I'm in apartment.
Today's still young, and we're still hoping.
But not every adoption is as challenging as you would expect. This is George the pig, found as a stray, but not wild.
I miss you, George. I really liked the pig. He was a good pig. He knew when to leash up. He'd go right out and use the bathroom and come right and run back to his room.
He's for our daughter, and she just loves pigs, and she does such a good job with them. So we're super excited that we got to adopt him.
So indoor, outdoor pet, how do you take care of it?
Indoor.
There are stories to go with every adoption. What happens here at the Animal Care Campus this day is Chapter 1, illustrated with photos from Cuttlebug Photography.
This is our first time here, so it's a really good experience.
Now, people are eager to live the rest of the story. Jason Moreno already has ideas for Cookie.
My little brother's gonna like it, and Cookie's gonna lick his hand.
Irving has held Empty the Shelter events for years. But it really took off in 2014 when the city partnered with NBC5.
You know, last year was great, and so we were expecting great this year, and this year's been even bigger.
This time around, NBC spread the idea to other stations it owns.
They've gone nationwide into 26 NBC markets, and we have over 500 shelters participating throughout the United States.
NBC5 streamed live coverage from the animal care campus throughout the day and caught some special moments, including this one.
Then who do we have here?
Leona.
This is Leona. We met Leona, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you excited?
Yes.
And when she saw them, it's like she knew. And she just pranced out of here like she knew that was her day.
This dog has been here for more than a year, and she is going home. That's a big deal.
Leona gets a home, and so do many others. When we checked back in the final hour, the shelter was nearly empty. But there were still some rabbits and a special draw for the Dodd family.
When I saw her, I just, there's something about her that I like.
I wanted a kitty too, so here we are going home with Emma and J-Lo.
You can see Emma is ready to make that march out. One of nearly 200 to be adopted from the animal care campus this day. Across the region, the total approaches 3,000. Nationwide, nearly 19,000. All from an idea that started here in Irving.
My vision for this event is to bring awareness to animal shelters, to let everybody know that we're here and we have great animals.
Raising that awareness includes the tough fact that the city takes in about 400 new animals every month. So this shelter will not be empty for long. There will continue to be a need for responsible pet owners and more loving homes.
And I hope that someday we have empty kennels on a regular basis. That's really what this is all about to me.
Very neat to see that. And if you liked that story, how about sharing it with your friends? Find the link at youtube.com/thecityofirving and leave a comment for us while you're there. And if you did not find a match during Clear the Shelters Day, no worries, our Pets of the Week are coming up later. This is proving to be an active year for the West Nile virus. With temperatures still high, the expectation is that it won't get better right away. So far, there are no reports of human cases in Irving, but there have been a lot of cases in mosquitoes. As of production time, mosquitoes caught in traps at the locations on your screen are the latest to test positive for West Nile virus. The list has been growing. If you live near one of these locations, take extra care to protect yourself. Anytime the city gets word of a positive case, the mosquito control team sprays the surrounding area in the overnight hours, weather permitting. Find updated spraying schedules and other safety tips at irvingfightsthebite.org. Right behind me, you're getting a first look at the newest section of the Campion Trail. Irving, Grand Prairie, and Dallas County will be teaming up for a dedication ceremony. This new, nearly 2.5-mile section connects the existing Southern Campion Trail with Grand Prairie's Lone Star Trail. You can see there is still some debris from spring storms on some parts, but that is expected to be cleaned up before it opens. The dedication is Wednesday, September 9th at 10 a.m. at Mountain Creek Preserve. And if you want to get an up-close look at the trail, organizers will be offering tours on golf carts during that event. Meanwhile, the north section of the Campion Trail remains closed following those spring storms. While some areas are dry, others are impassable. The city says there is no timetable on when the north section will reopen because the Army Corps of Engineers is still releasing water from Lake Louisville, which causes new flooding. As we've shown you here on City Source, the Parks Department has been working to remove silt and debris from the trail. Renovations are complete at the hospital now known as Baylor Scott & White Medical Center, Irving. Our team was there for the celebration and got a look at some of what is new. It's a ribbon cutting to celebrate improvements at Baylor Scott & White Medical Center, Irving. So much has changed, it may be tough to remember.
We are renamed, renowned. Oh, I'm gonna get that wrong.
Let me see if I can get this right. Renowned, renewed, and renamed.
But results are what we're going to look at. This pedestrian plaza is one new feature. It is also the place employees are treated to ice cream on the hot day of this celebration. The plaza links the parking garage to the hospital.
This is the centerpiece of the project. The principal purpose of it was that we have some 2,000 people walking back and forth here each day so that they didn't have to cross traffic, but we decided to enhance it and create a little internal park.
we have put in over $38 million to work on this hospital and to bring it up to the standard for our wonderful community that we live in.
I'm really proud of how the community supported it with gifts, but also how they support us by coming to this hospital and using this hospital. We renovated for them.
Inside, our team got to see the renovated lobby and updated hallways. The emergency department is bigger.
Now we're prepared to serve up to 100,000 visits a year.
Technology is also playing a more significant role inside. For example, with stroke patients.
If someone's having a stroke, you want a neurologist to be able to see that person. And so many times you may not have a neurologist in the building. So now they can actually roll a console that has a television on it with 2 ways, and a doctor from downtown Dallas can actually see this patient, have a conversation with the patient, evaluate this patient, and then work with the doctors here.
New signage showcases the new name and affiliation, but at this hospital that marked its 50th anniversary just last year, the history is also honored amid all the change and modernization.
The ones of us who are a little older, most of us know this as Irving Community Hospital.
Even as the celebration continues on this day, there is talk of what could come next.
Right now the hospital board is looking at expanded buildings. Do we need more medical office buildings? What are the things that we can do to enhance the staff training? So we are the best prepared, most trusted place for people to come.
The improvements are more than cosmetic. The makeover is designed to make a more healing environment for patients here.
All it does is continue the great quality that was already there. That's always been the hallmark.
That emergency department now has 55 beds with a dedicated lab and pharmacy. And talking renovations, check out what is planned for DFW International Airport's Terminal D. 6 new duty-free shops could open by the end of next year. A 2-story shop with an executive lounge in the center of the terminal would be the highlight. They will all be operated by TRG Duty-Free Joint Venture and will offer well-known international luxury brands as well as some products from Texans. The stores will be the first major update to Terminal D since its opening a decade ago. Irving Mayor Beth Van Dyne is kicking off a new police appreciation program.
We are here today to publicly recognize what is largely being ignored and being left unsaid. Our officers perform heroic acts of bravery each and every week.
High Five Irving 5-0 is designed to highlight the diverse range of police work, from responding to dangerous calls to building relationships with the community. One example is the Police Athletic League, or PAL, which provides activities for hundreds of children each year. We heard from one Irving resident who participated as a child.
The PAL program has made me the man I am today. Now I am a detention officer in the city of Irving, and on my time off, I'm able to help other children you see right behind me and help them in the sport of boxing. Now I have my son with me, and he's following my footsteps and with the Irving police officers.
There's been an intense focus on law enforcement over the past several months, and much of that's been negative. But that focus hasn't always illustrated a complete picture when it comes to law enforcement in our community.
Let's share these stories. I encourage residents in Irving and across the Metroplex to share these positive stories about local law enforcement. Let these officers in your community know that you support them. I encourage residents to show Irving law enforcement with your support with a verbal high five by saying thank you.
That news conference happened at the Irving Convention Center during Irving's Transportation and Water Summit. More from that summit on our next show. And here is another example of police outreach. A lot of young people participated in a free summer police program. Summer Kicks helps students brush up on soccer skills. It is open each year to young people age 8 to 14. Then Summer Hoops is obviously about basketball, but organizers mix in some different games once in a while. These camps are led by Irving Police School resource officers.
Our goal is to meet the kids at a younger age so they feel comfortable around the police. And, you know, normally they just see stuff on TV or they see us arresting somebody and they think, you know, the police are hard or the police are tough or, you know, they're bad. But once they come here and see us in this capacity, they feel more comfortable around us.
I heard about this camp, so I decided to come out, play some basketball, and then I just liked it ever since.
What kept you coming back?
The officers, the people, the friends.
All my friends, they was like, this is a great place to be, and You learn a lot of things. And they're great role models. The officers, they're all funny. Basically, I look up to all of them, so yeah, they're all my mentors. So, yeah.
I want to get really good at basketball because I enjoy basketball, so I signed up for it, and the officers have supported us and helped us out.
Some of these students have returned for several summers. In addition to the sports lessons, the students also get free lunch. Now let's focus on back to school. Some generous local residents pitched into the Irving Fire Department's Supplies for Success campaign to make sure students are starting the school year with the supplies they need. When it was time to give out what was collected, there was a big turnout at Irving High School.
They line up out front, and they're here early. We open the doors at 8 and the line starts forming, I'm going to guess, way before 7.
We're waiting to get into school to get the supplies.
It's helping us out, and I hope it helps a lot of people.
This is Supplies for Success. It's an opportunity for underprivileged children to be able to get backpacks and supplies for school.
We target the families that are on the free and reduced lunch, and it's by invitation only. So we make sure we do the most good with what we have.
We had a lot of organizations that went into the rallying of this event, and it's great. We were able to get over 4,000 backpacks.
Getting the kids some free school supplies, little short this week, in between jobs, and just needed some assistance.
You just see smiles on the kids' faces because they're getting backpacks and they're getting the supplies that they need to start the school year that their families may not be able to afford otherwise.
Look, he's all excited because he got a Ninja Turtle backpack.
Tell him what kind of backpack you got.
Batman.
You know, as a kid, anytime you get something new, you're excited about it. And these kids, the smiles on their face tell us a lot.
But it's important to get the school supplies for the kids that everyone gives, and it helps out a whole lot.
Our community really rallies around kids that need help.
Have a lot of different centers to go to with informative information.
There's some dental checks going on, some health checks going on. So not only are we giving them school supplies to help them succeed, but we're also concerned with their health also.
And then they get a little snack on the way out the door. So it's a pretty jam-packed day.
It's a great way for corporate partners and the fire department to give back to the community.
When we bring all the churches and schools and other vendors together and some of the businesses and the city, especially the fire department, then we can do a whole lot more good together.
Yeah, and a reminder, with classes back in session, that means it is time to slow down in active school zones. Also remember that handheld cell phone use is prohibited in active school zones. That includes texting. Irving police will be watching, and drivers who violate this law could face fines up to $500. Hands-free devices are allowed by law, but safety advocates will tell you that they are still a distraction. Teens looking for something to do after school may get some ideas at a first-time event. The Back to School Bash is the evening of Saturday, September 12th at Lively Point Youth Center. Organized promise indoor and outdoor activities, games, food, giveaways, and a chance to learn about what the Youth Center offers. Lively Point is at 909 North O'Connor Road. The results are in for the Summer Blood Drive Challenge, and our neighbors in Grand Prairie are the winners. As we reported, Dallas County Commissioner Elba Garcia challenged the cities of Irving and Grand Prairie to collect as many blood donations as possible. The competition turned out to be kind of close. 241 people donated for Irving, 284 donated for Grand Prairie. All donors were invited to participate in a wrap-up celebration at the Grand Prairie Farmers Market. Dr. Garcia said the challenge was a success because all of the blood that was collected and the increased attention paid to the need for blood donations, especially in the summer months. Keep Irving Beautiful is recognizing people and groups making a difference in the community. This is the Proud Partners Award reception at First Baptist Church in downtown Irving. Categories included youth leadership, business, media, and more. The mayor handed out the awards, and the beloved ICTN host Kathy Whiteman emceed the event. We heard from many of the winners. Some are recognized for improving the environment, others for their participation in KIB events.
Me and my Girl Scout troop, we've been doing this for
I think 8 years or so, and it feels so good to help in the community, make sure our town is clean.
I help out, keep Irving beautiful just for the fun of it, but being recognized is extra special.
Well, there was a lot of people that have worked very hard to see the convention center built in a green way, but to operate it and maintain it and make sure that we keep our community green and keep our visitors in that mindset.
And it's not only for myself, but all the officers in Irving. We do a great job and just do the very best we can for the citizens.
Especially through my church. We partner with Keep Irving Beautiful with our community garden. We've got the only sustainable community garden in the city of Irving.
A lot of it's related to the beautification of the corridors and some of the work we do with the facilities. We'll make sure we plant a lot of trees and make sure everything looks good when we're done with it.
We host the symphony orchestra for all of the Irving high schools and junior highs every year. We host the baccalaureate services. We've really tried to make our campus a place for the Irving community.
In addition to those proud partners, KIB also recapped the state and national awards the group has received. One of KIB's long-standing partners is a student group at Northlake College. They took on a volunteer project even before their semester started.
Keep Irving Beautiful have been partnering with Northlake College and Phi Theta Kappa for so many years.
And we want to keep that up.
So I wanted to work with them again because they're amazing people and they bring out the best from us.
One of the great things about working with the Parks Department is our volunteers get to see some of the really nice facilities we have here in Irving. We're at Georgia Farrow today. A lot of our students did not know was here, so it's kind of good to go to different places like this.
It feels awesome because I used to paint just for fun, but now I actually, this is useful. This is not just for fun or in my room, you know?
The people who come and use the facility will notice that our volunteers definitely have made a difference.
It feels great. It feels great to make difference, give back to your community, make people smile.
And helping make the city of Irving more beautiful.
And the hard work continues. A reminder that Keep Irving Beautiful is still signing up volunteers for its next big event, the 24th Annual Trash Bash. It's Saturday, September 26th at Trinity View Park. Now, that's a new location. It had to be moved because of all of that flooding we've been telling you about. Sign up at keepirvingbeautiful.org. Irving again made the list of top 50 meeting destinations in the United States. The ranking comes from Cvent, a meeting management technology company. The number of events and available venues are among the criteria considered. Also, the Irving Convention Center just received the North American Copper and Architecture Award from the Copper Development Association. And here's some of what is coming up at that award-winning convention center. September 5th through 7th is USA Fencing, and no, we're not talking chain link here. Fencing is back with the North Texas Roundup. September 11th through 13th, it's roller derby time, the International WFTDA Playoffs. And then September 17th through 20th is an event for knitters and crafters called Stitches Texas. September 26th is yet more bodybuilding, the NPC True Strength Games. Find ticket prices and a full listing of public events at irvingconventioncenter.com. The Mustangs of Las Colinas will be the focus of a celebration in September. It's the 31st anniversary of the dedication. Road construction in the area last year prompted organizers to defer a big observance for the 30th, so this time around everything has a 31 theme. Thursday, September 24th is a luncheon with sculptor Robert Glenn at La Cima Club. The cost is $31 and it starts at 11:31 a.m. For reservations, call 972-869-9047 or visit the Mustang Museum. Other events are free, including a conversation and reception with Robert Glenn that evening at City Hall. Saturday, the 26th, there are two events, including an open house at the Mustang Museum and an anniversary ceremony featuring live music at Williams Square. And with that, it's time to head out to the Animal Care Campus, where our intern Letitia has our Pets of the Week.
After a successful Clear the Shelters event this past weekend, there are still lots of awesome pets here up for adoption. I'm with Marissa here at the Animal Care Campus, and who's our first pet of the week?
Our first pet of the week is Eddie, a 1-year-old Chihuahua.
Okay. Eddie seems a little nervous. Tell me a little bit about what the perfect family would be for him.
Maybe mom, dad, kids older than 11 to 14.
And how did he end up here at the Animal Care Campus?
He was a stray. Animal control officer picked him up and found him on the street.
So next up we have Sugar. Tell us a little bit about Sugar.
She's a little nervous, she's scared, but she is loving, and she did get the name Sugar because she loves to give kisses and gets lots of hugs.
Okay, and how did such an adorable dog like this come to the Animal Care Campus?
Well, she was the owner's surrender. The owners came and said we couldn't handle her anymore.
And a little backstory, she came bearing gifts. What were those gifts that she came bearing to the Animal Care Campus?
3 little puppies.
So for our third pet of the week, we have Midnight. Tell us, how was Midnight brought into the Animal Care Campus?
She was a public drop-off. She's 1 year old, and she's very sweet. Likes to look around. She's very curious. Likes to play a lot.
So how has she been with the caretakers here at Animal Care Campus?
Really sweet, really awesome, just really playful.
These pets and many more are here at the Animal Care Campus. Back to you, Thomas.
All right, thanks a lot, Letitia. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, the hours are 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Also, check out the websites you see on the screen. Family Adventure Fest brought a lot of fun to the Irving Convention Center, and we will have coverage next time on City Source. Also, meet a boxer who has already experienced success and now has his sights set on the Olympics. Email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. We may read some of your messages here on the show, or you can always comment on our videos at youtube.com/thecityofirving. And that's it for this edition of City Source, our 200th show. And we leave you now with more from the Irving Police Department's Summer Hoops and Kicks program. Thanks to everyone who was a part of this one, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.